Hello. It's been a while since I've been around, and I have a collective message for those who stumble upon this video. First of all, welcome. Welcome. I hope this video finds you well or coming out of the darkness, because to be honest, it kind of feels like I'm coming out of the darkness myself. Okay? So on August 17th, I was doing some journaling, and I wrote some things down. And I wanted to share some from that day, and I also wrote some down on August 28th. And then I just want to close with a few brief thoughts that I had today. And as I'm filming this, it's August 29th, 2024. So from August 17th, I asked the cards and the gods, what does the collective need to know, and what's being revealed? Waterways are being compromised, which means our stability is compromised and weakening. There is no easy way forward, but through is where we need to look. Speech and thoughts have been in the act of suppression for decades. Freedom died long ago, y'all. We have the ability to do anything we can envision, dream up. We should be dreaming and speaking what we want to see. Time and space is fertile right now, more than ever before and time before. It's like this is the time to use your mind. This is the time to connect to that creative part of your soul. You have to use your abilities to hold humanity to the fire so that we can reveal the ugliness, so we can remove it. That day, the energy is heavy, like it would be during grief and mourning. Remember how I was saying this felt like I was coming out of the darkness, y'all? I felt grief, the heaviness of grief and mourning, because it's like the death of the ego and greed. And honestly, ego and greed don't go quietly. There is a death coming, a death of the old, broken, and weak. Even some traditions will be done away with, but not all, because some are needed. Okay? And they're vital. They will just not look the way that they used to, because they're going to be more, and it's going to make sense in our current time, in our current situation. So we need to be aware and watchful and keen on the path forward. As we go forward, we also have to take the time to focus on and face our shadows, our fears, the unknown, and we have to do it with boldness, compassion, courage, and celebration. We have to be mindful of our steps so we don't overstep or step over others who know more than you or me. Join something or create new, but be willing to collaborate with others. Seek them out purposely so that they have a place at the table. They don't have to be etched out of somewhere and squeezed tight. No, there was a reservation. Take care of yourself. Stand firm in the better vision for humanity. Allow the life and universe to show you the way. Listen to your intuition and flex it like a muscle. Trust it and the healing that comes with it. Truth is coming out all over. Even the darkest truth is being revealed, y'all. Get out in nature and listen to the song she sings. And from August 28th. Today feels like a promise, a gift in the times of turmoil and chaos, a direct act of defiance to those who want me to feel fear. This year is a year of possibilities, and we've seen it play out in most all vectors and industries. Greed, corruption, manipulation, and disinformation, it's all being revealed in magnitude. From the small to the large, from east to west, from left to right, veils are being torn down, burnt, shredded to nothing. During the healing process of anything that goes wrong with the human body, things tend to get worse before they get better. It's the same for the human condition of greed and corruption. This feeling has grown all over in the months, these last few months. We need to see all of the corruption before we have a hope of actually providing better for all of mankind. The weight of the ugliness can drown you if you're not careful. Be grounded. Take breaks as needed. Again, take breaks as needed. If you don't have the privilege to do so, to take breaks, if you don't have that, who am I to tell you? I am very privileged as a white woman in America. And do what you can. Okay? Because I know from my own personal experience that if we can only focus on the negative, we risk losing our humanity. And we don't want that. We want to be healed and whole and balanced. We want to be a humanity that considers the gift of life and what that means. We must taste pain and darkness to understand the joy and light, and vice versa. We have to be willing to listen to people and hear them when they're telling their story. I can't deny that I wish only for good things to happen, and for all of us to be comforted. I also cannot deny that the patterns and cycles of life show the balance of joy and sorrow, highs and lows. Even nature reflects this with startling brutality at times. We are animals too, just another rendition of nature at work. So it's not too odd to look for answers within nature for ourselves. But do we remember how? Do we remember the taste of the wild and uncertain? Do we remember the textures and shapes of a life in tune with chaos? Maybe it's long past time we got back to the earth. It's time to go home to our animal family and remember what it means to be human. And give a fuck. And from today's last few thoughts. A time to heal, a time to kill. A time to mourn, a time to celebrate. A time for all things. A balance for all things. What goes into the dark will return to the light eventually. And what goes to pain will go to relief in its own time. The ground is the purifier, the equalizer, and the gift of life and death. It will always remain linked to us, just as we are linked to the stars as well, by the very same atoms and spirit. I hope this message resonated with you and brought you some comfort. And until next time, walk your truth, live your truth, y'all. Toodles.